to do anything you guys asked me to do, go wherever you asked me to go, firing Doug when I didn't want him fired.
They asked you to fire Doug?
No, they fired him, and they let me know they were going to fire him, and I just said, don't do this. There's no reason to do it. The ratings are fine. And that was it.
You make me go to Blimpies. You see, I'm trying to work on my weight.
Well, that was before, yeah. No, and I told him, I said, don't come back. I'm not working for, promises of bonuses and things like that. I said, I'm thinking I want at least what I'm making now, at least with 5% raises. And I would have been fine with that. And they let me go.
You're in locker rooms after Laker games. Do you go on the road often or ever?
No, I go to spring training a lot. Sometimes, San Diego, San Francisco.
But you
Phoenix.
go to Laker locker rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Who's got the biggest dick you've ever seen? Don't I've never looked.
Isn't me.
Bullshit.
No, I'm not going to say I don't look.
I know, but most straight guys are like, oh, I don't look. Fuck that. I'm peeping.
Why wouldn't they look? Everybody would look.
I know, but they don't admit it. I look in the goddamn steam room at the gym. I'm like, look at Johnny Horsecock who just came in here. Attaboy.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to hit on you if you keep talking to this businessman?
I can't. I really can't. There's
Karl Malone.
Many that.
Karl Malone. Dennis Rodman.
No, I would say, believe it or not, remember Mariano Duncan?
Yeah. He's played for the Phillies.
His nickname was Snake.
And he was the first base coach for the Dodgers.
And he played for the Dodgers.
And before that, the Phillies.
And the Reds and the Yankees.
Mariano Duncan had a huge cock.
Mariano Duncan.
Our Philly fan. Hear that, all you Opie and Anthony pests? There you go, a Philly. Mariano Duncan. Biggest cock we've ever seen.
He had a pretty good one. And,
do you think women should be allowed in the locker rooms?
Yeah, why not?
Because
if guys want to cover up, let them cover up. If they don't, let them not cover up.
But then don't you think you should be allowed to go into the
Absolutely.
U.S. women's soccer locker room?
I do, but who would want to?
I would.
I wouldn't want to see those beasts.
I'm not going in to look at their clams. I'm going in to get a story. But you're not allowed. You are allowed in?
No, but they'll bring them out to you. You don't have to go in.
But you're allowed, women are allowed to go into a baseball locker room and an NBA locker room, an NFL locker room, where guys walk around with their cocks out.
But they have the option to put towels and robes and everything else on.
Right.
And if the women had the same option, then we should be allowed in their locker room.
But you're not.
No.
Do you think that's bullshit?
Yeah.
All right.
I do. I'm
not saying you want to go see the Seattle Mystics fucking giant lesbian boxes.
No, I don't. I mean, it's
that's something they have on the bench. I'm not saying they're lesbians with boxes. It's a new contraption they use for training.
In WNBA.
It's called the giant lesbian box.
I've always thought they were a progressive league.
Is it the Mystics? They all got the most bizarre. They got
the Washington Mystics.
The Washington Mystics.
I'm pretty sure the Seattle Storm.
So no guy. I'm trying to think of a sports.
Why do I know that?
I'm trying because you're in sports media. This is the inside juice you get. Joe Mcdonnell Uncensored. The names of WNBA teams where they trot.
That's what my career's come down to.
Where they trot their racehorses up and down the court and hope they don't shit in front of the fans. So what's like Wimbledon, right?
Yeah.
You can't go and see Maria Sharapova as she comes out of a shower to get an interview.
Probably not. I don't know what the case is over there. But a lot of those times they'll just bring people into interview rooms. So if you're there truly just to do your job, you're not going to be.
Why do the women need to go? If that's the case, and they bring the athlete out to talk to you, why do the women need the right to go into the locker room?
Well, I'll tell you what it comes down to. There would be a major fucking uproar from male reporters if we were cut off from the locker room and everything had to be done in an interview room, because that cuts down your chances of finding out something that you may not find, that you'd find out talking to a guy one-on-one in the corner or in his locker or whatever.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and so it would be outrageous. Women's sports, I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody, but nobody cares enough to worry about it.
I don't know how the WNBA is in existence.
Because the NBA subsidizes it. That's simply it.
Yeah, because when you watch it on television, no one's there. But it's always on television, and I can't imagine people are watching it.
No, some of the teams draw a lot, like the New York team and Detroit.
I went
and
to a New
few
York
other
Liberty
teams.
game back in the day, and it was like I was at a goddamn Fish concert.
Really?
A lot of flannel.
Well, yeah.
It looked like Spokane, 1984. A lot of flannel and a lot of pick combs in the back pocket.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice shot.
Yeah, no,
It was like Lilith Fair without all the femininity.
Yeah, it's funny because, the WNBA pretty much admits that they market to lesbian
Well, they should.
women. Well, of course they
and little
should.
girls.
Yeah,
I saw it was a very odd mix of straight up lesbians, like mullet lesbians, and like dads with their little girls watching like their heroes.
And
I'm
there's
like,
nothing
this
wrong
is-
with that.
Oh no,
That's
none
great.
of this is. There's nothing wrong with any of it. I'm just saying it's the most bizarre. It's just an incongruous thing to see. Like your base audience being that like girls literally dressed as princesses because they just came from the Disney store, and then fucking leather Tuscadero two seats over.
Well, one day I think you're just going to hear that in fact, it almost happened about 5 or 6 years ago. They're just going to shut the league down.
But why haven't they done it already? Because David Stern would look foolish.
Yeah, it was his
He backed
baby.
he backed a bad horse.
Yeah.
In this case, literally.
Yeah, well,
Backed a lot of bad horses.
a lot of them. Yeah, I just don't. I can't see these teams, and maybe a couple of them do, but I can't imagine them making money on their own. I really can't.
What percentage of guys in pro sports? Let's start with baseball. Do you think there are any gay? I'm not asking you to name names, but do you think there are any gay active gay Major League Baseball players?
Absolutely, there's gay players in every sport.
But if you met a guy in a locker room and went, "Oh my, you are gay on the wings of love,"
Glenn Burke was, one of the first players ever to come out and admit that he was gay. Baseball player. It was after his career was over. He unfortunately passed away of AIDS.
we will not be
84.
making fun of Mr. Burke.
But Glenn,
That's a gay guy.
He was a great
that's a
friend
dead
of-
guy that gets a pass.
Yeah,
this
he was
episode.
he was a good friend of mine. I knew he was gay. I mean, I could care less. I mean, it's,
No,
that's
I'm not.
stuff
I know you don't. I
doesn't-
know you.
Well, everybody knew. Most of the
No, I
people
mean,
around the
I know
Dodgers
you
knew.
don't care. I'm letting the listeners know that I've known you a long time, and I'm not asking you to get into your personal politics. I'm well aware, and the listeners should be well aware, that neither one of us could give a rat's ass who's gay, who's straight.
Yeah.
But I'm asking you, are there active players that you've seen where you go, this guy's fucking gay? Who's he kidding?
No, I mean only because unless I know, I don't even think about it. It's just like no. I mean, it just doesn't. I don't know. It's never really crossed my mind. If there's rumors about
But
somebody,
if a guy's gay and you meet him,
yeah.
it crosses your mind because you just met a gay guy. That's what
Well,
I'm
if
saying.
I know that he's gay, but if I see somebody, just because they
Bro,
may talk
you're
funny
dodging
or
this.
whatever,
No,
I'm not.
You are dodging
I am not
this.
dodging
if
it
you
at
meet
all.
a gay guy in the mall that's helping you and your wife do some Christmas
Yeah.
shopping, you know he's a gay guy.
Not necessarily. How would I know?
How left do you want to play this?
How would I know?
Because he's a fucking gay guy.
Why? Because he might talk funny?
Because he's a gay guy.
But I don't sit there and judge people whether they're gay or not. I don't know if they're gay.
I'm not judging
No,
him.
I'm not. Judge is
He's
the wrong
a
word.
gay guy.
I don't determine if
When I
they're
watch
gay or
Project
not.
Runway and Tim Gunn walks onto the screen, I go, well, here's a nice gay
How
man.
many times, Elizabeth, do I ask you, is that guy gay?
You don't. You just assume.
No, you're such a fucking liar. You are such a fucking liar.
That's why you're dead with the Macho
I
Man.
ask her on Food Network. We watch a lot of Food Network, and I'll ask her. I says, "That guy gay?" Like Ted Allen, he was
But
on
isn't that
Queer Eye
if you
for the
lost
Straight
400
Guy.
pounds, isn't watching Food Network torture? That's
No.
like quitting Coke and moving to Bolivia.
No, it's better to cook for yourself. It's a lot easier, believe me. But no, I said, is Ted Allen gay? She goes, yeah, he was on Queer Eye for a Straight Guy. I said, yeah, he kind of kind of seems like he is. And
So when you meet someone, you're telling me,
yeah, but I've never really met an athlete that I would say,
okay, athletes aside, but you were like, hey, what do I know? But I'm saying,
Oh,
if you meet someone out on the street, you know that they're gay when you meet
oh
them.
yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Okay, and
yeah.
because-
I thought you were talking about guys in locker rooms. And
My
stuff.
scientific approach to it was because they're fucking gay guys.
Well,
No, I don't mean they're fucking gay
No,
guys.
I know what
I
you're
meant
saying.
they're because they're gay guys, and you meet a gay person, you know they're gay. You have to admit that to me.
well,
But you don't
yeah,
have to do anything.
Yeah, I guess, but there's
What
also.
do you mean you guess?
Well, no, because I've known a lot of gay guys who have been the most macho, strapping.
That's not what
guys
I'm
in the
talking
world.
about. I'm talking about when you meet a gay guy and you go, wow, that guy's really fucking gay.
Yeah, well, when I first met you, oh, never mind.
Exactly. No, that's cool.
No, I mean, yeah, sure, of
All right.
course. I mean,
That's all. I just wanted you went so far left.
well, no, I
with
thought you
that.
were talking about in the locker room specifically. That's what.
Well, I was in the beginning, and then your answer.
No,
was
'cause I
so
don't-
all the way over to the left. I'm like, you know, a gay guy when you meet a gay guy.
Well, yeah, but I don't. You know, you
Travolta.
can't understand that. I don't. I just. It doesn't.
I'm not asking that. I don't. We know you don't care.
No,
that
it's
they're
not
gay.
even that. It's like it's not on my radar. I don't care.
You have no gaydar.
No, that I don't. No, I don't. I'll ask her 100 times. Seriously, is
So
that guy gay?
Elizabeth
is that
can
woman
attest
gay?
to the fact if you have like a waiter who's just a super you just have a gay waiter.
What will
You-
I say? I'll say. Do I say? Do you think he's gay?
Something like that.
So Joe,
Or, well-
so all right, you know what? So that's honest. All right,
Yeah.
then that's all right. Good, because I thought
Yeah.
you were full of shit.
No,
You're not.
One
One thing that's for sure: Joe McDonnell Uncensored, not full of shit.
No,
Mike Piazza was not gay.
no, I don't think he was.
He had to have a press conference
I
because
know.
the New York anybody that says like, well, there's an East Coast media bias. First of all, that's true. There is an enormous East Coast media bias when it comes to sports.
No question.
Because when you're playing at Stanford, the East Coast is asleep, and they don't know that you've just played. They don't know that USC lost to Stanford until like Tuesday when they see an old newspaper at the dentist.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah, maybe.
When you play for the San Francisco Giants, nobody knows who Jeff Kent is on the East Coast. Well, when he was a Mets, it's a bad example, but they're like Pablo Sandoval. Is that the guy from Scarface? I don't know who that is because I'm asleep. It's 10 o'clock when your game starts.
Yeah.
So, and also on the East Coast, the media is so unbelievably brutal because it's nonstop.
Yeah.
And there's so many of them. And they're not nice guys like Joe McDonnell and Doug Krikorian. They're guys that it's a tabloid mentality. Have you?
I think if you ask Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he wouldn't tell you I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, what is your beef with Kareem?
He's
That was
an
the first thing-
asshole.
But why? How did it become Joe McDonnell and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar have a feud?
Because the guy, well, he's had it with almost everybody who's ever covered sports in this town. He's just a prick. He doesn't like talking to the media, and he'll only be nice and talk to you if he has something he wants to promote.
Jim Murray, the late great Jim Murray, had one of the best lines about Kareem. No man is an island, but Kareem sure gave it a shot.
Yeah, that's for absolute sure.
Is he just a dick? He's just,
Yeah, he is.
Well, how?
I introduced him to Elizabeth at a party one time, and he barely even acknowledged her. He
Oh,
barely
what?
even acknowledged me.
Why? do
And
you
I've
think
known
that
him
is?
since 1976. He's an asshole.
Mike Piazza. Everybody speculated in New York that he was gay.
Right.
Okay. So much so that like Page Six is now covering the Mets, saying one member of the Mets who's an all-star who's dating a prominent female athlete.
Who might be a catcher.
Our sources is a gay guy, and then so everyone did the math. I think Mike was dating like a volleyball chick or something. Robbie Alomar. That's who I think it was.
That is one who has been speculated quite a bit.
He was dating Mary Pierce, the tennis girl, and him and Hirschbeck got into that when he spit in her.
Yeah, he called him a maricon.
He called him a faggot.
Yep.
And we have a lot of gay listeners, and so we all need the gay. We need the gay. Basically, all gay listeners right now. This
Joe
is
McDonnell
gay.
Uncensored.
That's right.
On
Subscribe.
Fake Mustache
because
Studios.
Joe doesn't know you're gay.
And I don't care.
Why
I
would
really
you care?
don't.
That's not the.
But
every
that's the
time
whole
you
thing. Why
it's
would I
almost like
care?
you go in a hole every time you say
No,
I don't care.
you're
No
saying-
one's asking if you
But
care.
you're making it like, do I recognize if somebody gives? Who gives a fuck?
No one's asking if you give a
But
fuck.
why would I even look at somebody and say he's gay, he's not?
Because they're
I'm not
gay.
So what?
But if someone if
I don't care.
If an Indian man comes up to you and talks to you and then leaves, you can go, will you get that guy? And they go, which guy? You go, the Indian guy.
No,
that was
I
just
wouldn't. I'd say that dude walking down the street right there.
A black
I don't-
guy.
No.
You're full of shit now.
No.
A black guy comes up to you and says, "Wait right here. I've been
I
helping
think
you with
I'd
your car."
recognize it.
And you go, "Could you get the salesman?" And they go, "Which one?" You're going to go, "The one that was wearing the green shirt." You're not gonna
probably
go with the black
would.
guy.
Absolutely, I would.
He wouldn't know colors. He's colorblind.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd say the guy wearing that ugly shirt.
The guy holding his dick.
Yeah, whatever. I just
The guy that kept trying to talk me into rims.
See, you don't. You just. I mean, wow, very nice. And I guess we're not doing anything later. But no, I mean, honestly, you have to know that to me. My dad, from a very young age, bonuses and things like that. I said, I'm thinking I want at least what I'm making now, at least with 5% raises. And I would have been fine with that. And they let me go.
You're in locker rooms after Laker games. Do you go on the road often or ever?
No, no. I go to spring training a lot. And sometimes, San Diego, San Francisco.
But you
Phoenix.
go to Laker locker rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Who's got the biggest dick you've ever seen? I've never
it
looked.
isn't me.
Bullshit.
No, I'm not going to say I don't look.
I know,
of
but
course I look.
most straight
Everybody
guys are like,
looks.
"Oh, I don't look. Fuck that. I'm peeping."
Why wouldn't they look? Everybody would look.
I know, but they don't admit it. I look in the goddamn steam room at the gym. I'm like, "Look at Johnny Horsecock who just came in here. Attaboy.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to hit on you if you keep talking to this businessman?"
I can't. I really can't. There's
Karl
so
Malone.
many that.
Karl Malone.
Not even,
Dennis Rodman.
no, I would say, believe it or not, remember Mariano Duncan?
Yeah.
He's
played for the Phillies.
His nickname was Snake,
and he was the first base coach for the Dodgers.
and he played for the Dodgers
And before that, the Phillies.
and the Reds and the Yankees.
Mariano Duncan had a huge cock.
Mariano Duncan.
Our Philly fan. Hear that, all you Opie and Anthony pests? There you go, a Philly. Mariano Duncan. Biggest
And
cock we've ever
He
seen.
had a pretty good one. And
Do you think women should be allowed in the locker rooms?
Yeah, why not? To do anything you guys asked me to do, go wherever you asked me to go. Firing Doug when I didn't want him fired.
They asked you to fire Doug?
No, they fired him, and I told they let me know they were going to fire him, and I just said, "Don't do this. There's no reason to do it. The ratings are fine." And that was it. I was
You make
not.
me go to Blimpies. You see,
Yeah.
I'm trying to work on my weight.
Well, that was before, yeah. No, and I told him, I said, don't come back. I'm not working for, promises of bonus.
Because
if guys
you're-
want to cover up, let them cover up. If they don't, let them not cover
But then
up.
don't you think you should be allowed to go into the
Absolutely.
U.S. women's soccer locker room?
I do, but who would want to?
I would.
I wouldn't want to see those beasts.
I'm not going in to look at their clams. I'm going in to get a story. But you're not allowed. You are allowed in?
No, but they'll bring them out to you. You don't have to go in.
But you're allowed, women are allowed to go into a baseball locker room and an NBA locker room, an NFL locker